This video will take a look at the 3 time-based triggers inside of Mosaic Designer 2. They are RealTime, Lunar, and Astronomical triggers. We'll start with RealTime. The RealTime trigger allows you to pick a point and use that as a trigger base for time. This could be 5 minutes past every hour, or noon on a specific date. Once you've added a RealTime trigger to your trigger pane, click Edit on the right-hand side. This gives us our date and time mask editor. There are 2 ways to look at this. The view you see now is our advanced view. There's also a basic option. If we go into basic option, it allows you to choose a date and a time. For instance, every day, only on weekdays, once a week, or on a specific day. There's also options for time, anytime, every hour, or once in a particular day. If we go back to our advanced view, we can be more specific. So for instance, if I want to have a trigger that is at 5 in the morning on every weekday, I can deselect Sunday and Saturday and select only 5 in the morning. Notice it will now check any year, any month, any day, only our Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. at 0 minutes and 0 seconds. If you wanted to have a trigger that fired every second of every minute of every day, you could simply select all of these columns. As you're working through here, you can make changes to be more specific about what time or date you want to fire a trigger on. The next trigger we'll examine is Lunar. Lunar allows you to trigger events based off of the phase of the moon. To select which phase, select your lunar trigger, come over to the right-hand side, and select the phase from the drop-down menu. The last trigger we'll examine is the astronomical trigger. This allows us to do triggers based around sunrise and sunset. Before working with an astronomical trigger, make sure you've set your location correctly inside of the project properties. By making sure you are as close as possible to the latitude and longitude of your location, Mosaic will be able to determine when sunrise and sunset will occur for your given location. Once you've configured your location, you have the ability to configure this event. Your options are sunrise, sunset, start of civil dawn, end of civil dusk, start of nautical dawn, end of nautical dusk. For each one of these, you have the option for an offset. This could be a positive or a negative number. So for instance, if I want a trigger that happens 15 minutes after sunrise, I can come in here and select 15 minutes. If I would like to change this to be 15 minutes before sunset, I can set sunset and add a negative option here. This will now trigger 15 minutes before sunset.